Well, hello everybody. I am back again for another edition of Stamping with Lisa. This is Lisa Freeman from stampingwithlisa.com, and I am going to show you the box now. So just a minute ago, I showed you how to do this card using the new Butterfly Brilliance bundle. And now I'm going to show you how to do the box. So I wanted to do two separate videos because I didn't want them to be too long. So we're just going to do it separately. Okay. So let me get my computer going because for some reason it's not showing me on here. So hang on one sec. Let me get going. So hopefully you guys that were watching a few minutes ago are still on here with me. And let me hit the button. Okay, so looks good. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Hey Deborah, can you hear me good? In case you missed the last one, I just got a microphone, so now hopefully you can hear me good, because I know sometimes like if I was turned away or something, my voice was going out and it was hard to hear. But hopefully you guys can hear me good, and we're going to go ahead and get started in just 1 second. Hopefully we'll get a few more people on here. I don't know why this is always so crooked. Okay. All right, so we just did this one just a minute ago. So if you missed this video, just check it out. It'll be right before the one we're doing now on YouTube or my Facebook page. So if you haven't seen this new bundle, it's because it's not in the catalog yet. It's going to be a brand new stamp set and die and a whole bunch of other things that go with it that come out in the new catalog in May, but it's going to be a special next month, so you can get it early. So demonstrators can get it right now. Hey Sharon. Hey Michelle. All right. So demonstrators can get it right now till the end of the month. So if you want to sign up and get it right now, you can. And you can just go to my website and click on the join button, and you can get a whole bunch of extra stuff during celebration. So there's 6 days left to get a whole bunch of great extra stuff if you want to sign up and get the starter kit. Or if you want to wait till next month, you can get this bundle, which includes this gorgeous stamp set, which is really one stamp. See, it says set of one, and the dies, which you have one big giant die that cuts all this out at one time, and you have a bunch of separate ones that do the intricate part. So you can just do this out of like solid paper, and it'll just have really intricate parts to the butterfly. And I meant to go grab that real quick in between videos and I forgot. But I did remember to do all the little pieces with the measurement, so that's good. All right, so you get those two, and then you also have this pack of paper, which is 6 by 6, 48 sheets. There's 6 different patterns, and they are all beautiful. This is the 6 patterns, and then you turn it over, and there's like kind of just generic stuff on the back, but they're all pretty. So we're using this one today with my box and with the card I just did. And also, in case you missed the last one, hey Betsy, this die goes with these butterflies. So you can cut them all out at one time. Boom, 6 butterflies done. I just love it. It is like the coolest thing ever. All right, so this box is actually, it's called the mini paper pumpkin boxes. And you get, let's see, 10 in a pack. I don't know how much they are. I forgot. I think they're about $8 or $9. But you get 10 in a pack. They come like this. And then when you fold them up, it looks like a mini paper pumpkin box, except it's not orange like they are. But let me show you how I did that real quick, because they're pretty easy to fold up. But just in case, let me show you how I did it. All right, so it comes like this, and first thing you want to do is make sure you fold everything on the score line. So you just go through, score it all, make sure it's good and creased every direction, and then you're going to start at this end where, see these little things are? That's the end you're going to start at. So you fold this up, and you fold this up, and put those little flaps in. Let me fold this back so you can kind of see it. So you get these 2 flaps in, then you bring this over, oops, and this folds into those little holes down there, and then they pop out. So you get these little pieces. And then you do the same thing over here. So fold the little sides in and pop those into, so you don't need any adhesive to put this together. It just kind of goes together by itself. And then you put the two sides down in, so then it's kind of like a Krispy Kreme donut box. You know how you put it in and then you've got these two little flaps and then they go in here. So you could probably put these in on the inside, but I put them like this. I guess it could go either way, I don't know. So there's your cute little box, and it is food safe. You can put food in there. I put candy in mine. So this is what's in mine, and this fits perfectly 8 Ghirardellis. So you can fit 8 Ghirardellis. No, wait a minute. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 8 of them. And they fit exactly perfect. You probably actually could get 12. I think you could fit another 4 on top of that. So you could put a dozen in there if you wanted to. But they're kind of expensive. You might only want to, you only get like 9 in a pack. So you might want to put 8. That'd be like 1 bag. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and make it. So let me show you. I did put the dimensions on here this time. So we've got our 5.5 by 6.5 white. This is for stamping the butterflies on. And then we've got Pretty Peacock, 5.5 by 3 3/4. The designer paper, 5 1/4 by 3.5. Another Pretty Peacock, 2 3/4 by 4. Our Forever Fern or Forever Greenery paper. Oops, I put butterfly on there and it's not butterfly, it's Forever Fern, or I think it's Forever Greenery paper. 2.5 by 3 3/4. You need 2 pieces of the designer paper, 5.5 by 3/4, and then 2 3 1/4 by 3/4, and then the 2 circles again, the 2 inch and the 2 1/4 inch. So there are all the supplies. Let me move this over. And I'm going to show you how I cut this real quick because it's really, you can get all of this out of one sheet. So it's really easy. Oh, I got to sneeze. Sorry, I'm trying not to do it. All right, let me see if I can find the paper. Here it is. All right, so when I cut this, first thing I did was cut it at 3.5. So I cut 3.5, which is a little bit more than half. And then I cut it at the 5.5, or 5 1/4, I mean. So I did 3.5 as your first cut, and that gave me this piece right here. So I cut it like that, boom. Then I had this piece right here extra, which is where I got one of these. So this came right here. And then I had these pieces over here, so I cut this one and this one like this, and then this one. So I got all of these out of the one sheet, and then I still had a little piece left over. So that's how you cut it all. So do the 3.5 first, and then cut the 5 1/4. So then you have this one little piece, and then you've got this piece left over here, and cut it into 3/4 inch strips, and then cut the one down to that one. Okay? So hopefully that made sense. All right, let me take all these off, and then we're going to get started. All right, so first thing we're going to do is glue these two together. We're going to, oops, I forgot to take this one off. Okay, so glue these two together. And I like to use the green glue because I think it holds really good. And especially for gluing it to the box. So now we're going to take the box and just go ahead and glue that down on the top. And it fits just perfect. Just hold that down for a second. And then we're going to glue these two pieces together. So there's a lot of gluing in this one. That's the hardest, well, the hardest part is probably just cutting, especially if you don't like to cut, but hopefully that made sense. Thanks, Sharon. All right, so then we're going to put the pieces on the sides. So the long strips go, of course, on the front and the back. And just hold it down, each one. Oops. The good thing about this green glue is if you don't get it in the right spot, you have about 30 seconds or so to move it around, and it will, it's easy to maneuver. The other one pretty much sticks instantly if you use like tear tape or something. All right, so then we're going to do the back one. and put it down. I had to go out and run errands today, and I left the house. It was beautiful and sunny and about 62 degrees. And I was like, I walked outside. I thought it was going to be like yesterday, cold. And I walked outside and it was so warm. And I was like, oh my God, I don't even need a jacket today. And so I went and started doing all my errands. And I realized after a few minutes of driving, I went to hit my phone button to call somebody, and I forgot my cell phone. And I was like, oh my gosh, do you ever get that feeling of panic because you don't have your phone, and then you're like thinking something's going to happen, and then you have to use it and you don't have it? And so I had to run all my errands with no cell phone. I'm thinking, man, I hope nothing happens while I'm out. And I like to return phone calls and stuff while I'm driving because I figure that's just free time and I can just hurry up and call people back. I couldn't do that. And then I didn't know what time it was, and I had a meeting at 2:30, so I was out running errands and I didn't have my phone to see what time it was. I didn't have a watch on, so I had to keep asking people what time it was, which, you know, nobody does that anymore because you always have your cell phone to look at. And then I came out of my meeting at 3:30 and it was torrential rain and cold. The temperature dropped like 15 degrees. Uh-oh, my computer screen just went a little fuzzy, which means the internet is having some issues again. I think I've called Cox 15 times and all they ever say is, oh, we're having a lot of traffic right now. So it bogs down the system. And I'm like, well, maybe you should do something about that. Like put some more, I don't know, lines in or whatever you do. But they said because people are working from home and there's school at home and everything now, that there's just more people on the internet all day. Which, I don't know. I pay extra to have the high-speed internet, and I'm not getting high-speed internet. I'm getting outages all the time. But they won't do anything. So I'm kind of mad about that. All right, so then you're just going to trim this ribbon, and this is that ribbon, I think from Forever Greenery. I forgot to look it up, but I'm going to do it right now real fast because I meant to do that so I could tell you which one it was. It is, yep, it comes in a 3-pack. It's flowers for every season. So you get this gingham one, and then a white one, and then that blue, and it's kind of like blue and white baker's twine. It's really pretty too. I used that the other day on something. And it's $10 for all 3 of those. And then, oh, let me look up those boxes too and tell you how much they are, because they're 10 in a pack. And I can't remember how much they are. Hold on. I know they're in here somewhere. Here they are. Mini paper pumpkin. Oh, they're $7.50 for 10. That's a good deal. 75 cents each. So that's a good deal. Okay. All right. So then we're just going to glue this on flat right in the middle. And hold that for a sec. And then we need to stamp the butterflies, which I just did a minute ago, but I'm going to do it again for you just so you can see. All right, so we've got our stamparatus here and my piece of, oops, lost my circle. All right, so this is 5.5 by 6.5. And you're just going to stick it in here. And then we're going to ink it up with the Pretty Peacock. And you can put something underneath it. This box just happens to be sitting here right now, so it's holding it in place for me. So ink up the whole thing. And then I showed a trick on my last video, in case you missed it, how I get this. Because, you know, sometimes you just hold it and it's not getting it very good when you just kind of go like this. So I just started hitting it. If you just pound it with your fist. And I hate to move the camera like that, but it works better. So just kind of take your fist and go like that, and it usually comes out really good. So let's see if that worked. It did. For some reason this one, oh, that one didn't come out at the top. Let me do it one more time. So right here on the tip, and this one All right. Oops, it still didn't get the tip of that one. I don't know. I must not have inked it very well. Let me just stick a little bit more ink right there. That's what's good about the Stamparatus. If you mess up, you got another chance. I think mine moved a little bit. Okay. All right, so then you get your, whoops, let me stick my scrap paper under here so it doesn't mess up. All right, so then you got your butterflies all done. And what I did was I took the Wink of Stella and I just colored these while they're still just a little bit wet. It only works if they're just freshly stamped. If you try to go back like a couple hours later and do it, it's not going to work. So while it's still kind of freshly wet, you just take the Wink of Stella and put it on there, and it smooths it out and gives you this really beautiful look, which I think is so cool. Because look at the difference between these two. If I do that one, I'm not going to do them all because I just did them on the last video, but I'll show you the whole piece because I've got it sitting here. All right, so when you finish, then it's going to look like this. So see the difference? I think it's just so pretty. It just makes it really pop and sparkle. So hopefully you can see that sparkle. I can't really see it from where I'm looking at the computer, but all right, so then you take the die, and now I've lost it on my desk somewhere. Oh, here it is. All right, I don't know if you can see I'm in my pajamas. I've got on my fuzzy pajamas, so it's Stamping with Lisa Pajama Party. All right, so then you put it on here and line up the antennas, because that's the thing you really want to get straight, is the antennas. And once you've got that in there good, give it a press with your washi tape or Post-its or whatever you use to hold it down. Put it through the die cutting machine, and when you finish, you end up with a whole pile of butterflies. Now this is more than you get 6, but I've got them all mixed up here from a couple different times. But it's something like that. I think I've got an extra one. No, actually, oh, these two are the same and these two are the same. I've used the other ones already, so we're going to use this one right here for the box. So we've got to stamp our happy birthday, and that's also in the Pretty Peacock. So I'm just going to put happy birthday, whoops, right there, and then give that a second to dry. I know, I love the Wink of Stella. Hey, Diane. All right, so give that a sec to dry because you don't want it to smear. Glue that down, and I'm going to flip it over so I don't smear it. And we're going to pop that up with dimensionals, and we're not putting the ribbon on the back of that, although you could put the ribbon on the back of this one too, but I didn't. So we're just going to do like 3, and that'll be good. All right, so then this is going to go kind of in the left corner, bottom left corner, kind of off the page a little bit. And then we're going to do that same thing with the butterfly again. So just go to the left of the body and to the right of the body and just make a crease. And it'll give it just a little bit of a fold there in the middle, so you can put your dimensional on the middle part and it'll just be flying off the page. It's easier than just trying to fold it in half, because then you have like a little flat area to do it, and I think it pops up better. So we're just going to put that kind of right flying off here, but don't cover your words, so make sure you don't want to cover those words. This time we're going to do a little bit different. I've got these same opal rounds, but I also used the pearls, and I colored the pearls with the Bermuda Bay. So I used Bermuda Bay Stampin' Blend, and you can do these any color. I did this one the other day. What color was that? I think it was Highland Heather. And then this one was Misty Moonlight. And then this one was, I think, Seaside Spray. So this is the Bermuda Bay one. So I'm going to use those on my butterfly today. Oops. So we're going to have some pearls on here instead of the opal rounds. I just think they were a little bit more delicate looking. And oops. need my take your pick tool. Where did that go? Let's see. Let's get the take your pick tool out. I got a little, it always like oozes out so much when you twist it up. It's like you twist it just a little bit to get that sticky stuff going, and then it just keeps going and going. So you got your little sticky ball at the end, and then you just kind of pick it up, oops, like that, and put it on. So then we've got our pearls in the middle of the butterfly. And then I'm going to do a couple of the opal rounds too. So we're going to have these over here. Oh, there we go. Let's see, we'll put one here and one over here. All right, so there you go. So now we got your box. You can put whatever you want into it. I did the Ghirardellis, in case you missed that. And you get 8 in a pack that fit perfectly. So there's 9 in a pack that you buy for like $3.99 or $3.50 if you get them at Walmart. And you can just fit them in there. Makes a cute little gift. Or you could put, cards do not fit. I tried to do cards, but the note cards fit, but the regular card doesn't. It's just a tiny bit too big. So you can't fit cards. That would be perfect if they made a box that fit cards. Maybe I'll send that to Stampin' Up! As an idea, but the cards are just a little bit too, it's long enough, but it's not wide enough, see? So you can't fit a card in there. But that was the card that I made on the last video. So we've got the box and the card, and I hope you liked this. And also, I have a thing on my last video. If you leave a comment on this video, or you could do it on this one too, I will send you this card if you're the winner that I pick, okay? So make sure you leave a comment. Let me know what you think, either on Facebook or YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell. If you would like to order anything, you can't order this yet unless you're a demonstrator. But as of March 2nd, it will be available to everybody. You can just go to stampingwithlisa.com, hit the shopping button, and order it there. And celebration's going to be over in 6 days. So if you want to do an order and get a free celebration item, make sure you do it in the next 6 days. And there's lots of good stuff in here. This is a little celebration catalog. So it's got stamp sets and paper and all sorts of stuff in here. This one you need a $100 order, but most of them are $50 order. This is also a $100 order. And this is one of my favorite things. I'm going to be doing a video with this paper in a couple days because I'm having stamp classes this week. So I'm going to show you those projects later in the week. But thank you guys so much for joining me. Hey, Margaret. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight for 2 different videos. I hope you enjoyed them. And thank you for pajama party stamping with me tonight. And you guys have a great rest of your week. And don't forget, leave comments. I love comments. And you can also win this card in the mail if I pick your comment as the winner. So you guys have a great night, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.